Hey everyone, this is Ben Deathridge. Welcome back to Sprint Car News today for our second ever episode. We hope you enjoyed the first episode. This second one is just going to be as good, if not better. Before we get into all the video highlights and coverage, we want to ask you to do us a quick favor. Be sure to like our Facebook page at Sprint Car News today and share this video with all your friends. Also, if you're watching this via YouTube, be sure and like and subscribe onto our channel. We'll start things off with the World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series. 2 races over the weekend. The first one, the Before the Crown night at Eldora Speedway in Rossburg, Ohio. Then they would head to Sarver, Pennsylvania's Lernerville Speedway for the Commonwealth Clash.
Tim Schaefer and Shane Stewart lead the field very slowly toward the stripe. Acceleration now begins and our main event is underway. Racing into the first corner, Tim Schaefer on the bottom. Has the early lead, Shane Stewart second down the backstretch. Donnie Schatz in third, Jason Johnson fourth. Johnson to the inside of Schatz in corner number 4. The Steel City Outlaw leads the opening lap at Eldora. Stewart to the inside of Schaefer in 3 and 4, looking for the lead, but the Steel City Outlaw will maintain the top spot. Jack Hodenshield moving forward on the top of the racetrack in the NOS Energy Drink number 17. Hodenshield around the outside of Darren Pittman out of turn 2. Close in on the halfway point of the Before the Crown's main event for the World of Outlaws crowd. Oh, trouble for second place. Shane Stewart's in trouble in turn 2. He's slowing and stopping on the outside of the speedway. Green flag waves once again. Schaefer enters turn 1 on the bottom, drifts to the top side of the racetrack to exit corner number 2. Donnie Schatz in second, Jason Johnson in third, Rico Abreu now in fourth, and Joey Saldana in fifth. Abreu takes a peek to the inside of Johnson, can't make the move for third. He'll try the low side again, entering corner number 1. Johnson down low to block. Ticking in this main event, this time by 5 laps to go. Schatz getting closer to Tim Schaefer. 0.8 of a second now as they race through 1 and 2. Tim Schaefer, Donnie Schatz, Rico Abreu now in third, battle for fourth, Joey Saldana to the inside of the 41 of Jason Johnson. The Brownsburg Bullets got the spot. Tim Schaefer and Donnie Schatz. Schatz has been extremely strong in turns 3 and 4. Schatz comes off the bottom in turn 2 and he's got a run on the leader. Into 3 and 4, racing for the white flag at Eldora, and Donnie Schatz challenges for the lead. Can't make the pass stick. White flag waves, 1 lap to go. Can Schatz steal it in the final circuit? Getting to the bottom out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. 3 and 4 for the final time. Schaefer in the middle, Schatz on the bottom. Tim Schaefer holds him off to win at Eldora. Schaefer upsets the Outlaws at the Eldora Speedway. He is out of the car and climbing up top.
And with the victory, Tim Schaefer of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, Donnie Schatz finishing second, Joey Saldana third, Jason Johnson fourth, David Gravel fifth at Eldora Speedway. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series would head to Lernerville Speedway in Sarver, Pennsylvania for the Commonwealth Clash.
Green flag is waving at Lernerville for the Commonwealth Clash. They race into turn 1, and David Gravel on the cushion around the outside of the Big Cat. Gravel leads down the back straightaway. Sweep back to the inside in 3 and 4. Lap number 1 goes to David Gravel. Fourth and in fifth, Shane Stewart. Jack Hodenshield in 6th. Donnie Schatz running in the 7th spot. Red flag conditions. Car web upside down big time in turn number 1. Jason sides end over end wildly off the edge of the racetrack in turn number 1. Gravel and Sweet bring the field back to green flag conditions. Sheldon Hodenshield, a great restart to rocket around the outside of Darren Pittman. Sweet to the inside of Gravel. New leader down the back straightaway. The Big Cat in command as they reach turn 3. Caution though. Cars slowing on the inside of the speedway. It's the 2F of AJ Flick. Sheldon Hodenshield. Hodenshield up top with momentum. Maintains 4th. Oh, trouble. Darren Pittman over the cushion in turns 3 and 4 and spins to a stop. The caution flag will wave. Leaders with Brad Sweet over the edge of the banking in 1 and 2. He'll save it but fall to 3rd. And Sheldon Hodenshield 2nd. Sweet Drop the right rear over the edge of the banking in 1 and 2, and now Donnie Schatz all over the Ollie's bargain outlet number 49. Schatz to the inside, Sweet moves down to the bottom as well. Schatz and Sweet side by side, caution on the speedway. Brent Marks spinning over the edge of the banking in turns 3 and 4. As they approach the back of the field, and Brad Sweet trying to make it a 3-car race for the lead. Lap 18 goes in the books. Sheldon jumps up top in 1 and 2, over the edge of the banking. Sheldon Haudenschild has fallen to third, and he may lose that spot to Donnie Schatz through turns 3 and 4. Sheldon Haudenschild dropped over the banking just as Brad Sweet did earlier in this main event, but the big cat now back to second. Gravel goes back up to the cushion to try to negotiate the number 40 machine. Sweet right there with him. To the inside in turn 1. Battle for the lead. Brad Sweet and David Gravel working on lap 32. Down the back straightaway, nose to tail. Sweet to the inside in 3 and 4. Slide job. Can't make it happen. David Gravel with Brad Sweet behind him down the front straightaway. Gravel to the inside of the slower car of Clyde Knipp. 1 lap to go. Donnie Schatz now in the mix as well. Leader to the cushion in turn 1. Rides the high side out of turn 2. Caution on the speedway. Final time, David Gravel this time sees the checkered flag. Wins the Commonwealth Clash. Brad Sweet second, Donnie Schatz in third.
For full race results, series news, and features, visit worldofoutlaws.com. And for extended on-demand race coverage, visit thirdvision.com.
Connecticut's David Gravel victorious for the 14th time in 2017 with the Outlaw Series. Brad Sweet second, Donnie Schatz third, Shane Stewart fourth, and Tim Schaefer completing the top 5. Current point standings for the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series. Donnie Schatz has a commanding lead over Brad Sweet, who's second in points. David Gravel third, Shane Stewart fourth, Darren Pittman fifth. We transition from the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars to the All-Star Circuit of Champions, a part of the Four Crown Nationals night at Eldora Speedway on the Saturday program.
Eldora Speedway. It's showtime! Brady Bacon advances out to the early lead. Joey Saldana makes it 3 wide for third. The Brownsburg Bullet now 3 wide for second. Max Stambaugh hangs on to second. Saldana dives down to the inside, throws a big slider on the rookie. Joey Saldana takes second from Max Stambaugh. Here comes Brian Knuckles, 3 wide at the line for the second spot. Brady Bacon nearly won the USAC National Sprint Car Race. Now he'll lead the Arctic Cat All-Stars. Brian Knuckles goes to the second spot. Knuckles looking to put together a career-best finish with the Arctic Cat All-Stars Circuit of Champions. Joey Saldana into the outside retaining wall. He'll bounce off and straighten around and fall back to the 4th spot. Yellow for Brandon Wimmer in car number 867 with 10 in the books and 15 to go. We'll see if he can get into Eldora Speedway victory lane here. Quadruple duty, and he'll bring us back to green. Bacon slides away from the field. A clean air for Brady Bacon, and this could be big. 3 wide for 5th off of turn number 2. Hunter Schurenberg, the odd man out, lead Jacobs into the 5th spot. Jacobs picked up 3 spots in 1 lap. What a move by Lee Jacobs. Now Jacobs throws one in. Joey Saldana side by side for 4th. Saldana has him by a car length into turns 3 and 4. They both go to the bottom. Saldana slides up the racetrack. Jacobs keeps it good to the inside. Off of turn number 4. Give 4th to Lee Jacobs at the line. Lap number 15 in the books, 10 to go. And Max Stambaugh's right there, knocking at the door of Brian Knuckles for second. Stambaugh a couple lines higher in turns 1 and 2. Down the backstretch. He's got to run. He's closing quickly. Battle for second. Will Stambaugh be able to throw a slide job into turn number 4? Yes, he will, but he can't get clear of the nose there. Give it to Max Stambaugh. He'll clear him off at turn number 4. Max Stambaugh to second. The Rookie of the Year contender putting an impressive run together as Joey Saldana slipped back past Lee Jacobs. He'll get 4th back as off at turn number 4. Brady Bacon will click another one off. White flag, 1 to go for the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Quadruple duty. Superhero-like for Brady Bacon tonight. Midget, sprint car, Silver Crown. Off of turn number 4 for the first time of his career, Brady Bacon wins with the Arctic Cat All-Stars.
Brady Bacon of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the huge victory against the All-Star Circuit of Champions. Brian Knuckles, a strong second. Max Stombaugh, third. Lee Jacobs, fourth. Hunter Schruenberg would make up the top 5. Current All-Star Circuit of Champions points, Chad Kemenaugh with the lead over Ryan Smith. Caleb Armstrong, third. Max Stombaugh, fourth. Caleb Helms, fifth, as they have 3 races remaining on their schedule. October 7th, Wayne County Speedway. Friday, October 13th, Mansfield Motor Speedway. And they will wrap things up at Eldora Speedway on October 14th. We stick with 410s as Pennsylvania hosted 3 big nights of racing. Susquehanna Speedway Park in York Haven, Pennsylvania.
Thursday Night Thunder at Susquehanna. Green is out and we are racing. Brian Brown around the outside. Grabs the top spot. Monteith runs second. Dietrich through the middle runs third. He'll lose some ground there. McFadden fourth. Walter rounds out your top 5. Monteith beginning to close slightly. He is reeling him in now. Good set of corners there for Brian Monteith. Monteith just cut 9/10 of a second off the advantage. Brown drops to the bottom. Oh, problems for your leader. Brian Brown off the pace. Caution is out. Green at the line. And we go. Oh my goodness, Danny Dietrich, are you kidding me? There was absolutely no room on the top side. Danny Dietrich was not the least bit concerned. Dietrich, your leader. Monteith tries the slider, comes up short. That opens the door for James McFadden. And McFadden caught the cushion. He goes over. Kading jumps the cushion. Zierfoss is there. That's the battle for third. White flag in the air for Danny Dietrich. He has been moving forward all night. 5th to 2nd in his heat race. 8th to 4th in the dash. And 4th to the front in tonight's $4,000 to win Thursday Night Thunder feature event. Danny Dietrich, your winner.
Gettysburg, Pennsylvania's Danny Dietrich picking up the victory over Brian Monteith. Tim Kading third, Brock Zierfoss fourth. Lucas Wolf would finish 5th. And Susquehanna Speedway Park does have an additional 410 race on the schedule October 28th to close out their season. The next night, Williams Grove Speedway in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania would be in competition for the National Open tune-up.
Pace blistering like a herd of turtles down into turn number 3 and 4. Hang on, they're coming. They're coming. Green flag flies. We drop the hammer. Luis into the number 3 spot. Brown settles into second on field up front of Greg Hodnett. Brown slides up high, and here comes Lance Luis down the inside, looking for a twofer. Can't get there in time. Got the number 3 car picked off, though. McFadden shuffle back at least temporarily into the number 4 spot. Still side by side back through the field. Charge down the front straightaway. Greg Hodnett laying one on him right now. The company's in second, third, and fourth. As McFadden pesters the number 69 car down the front straightaway. And that little slip right there for the number 21 coming out. Turn number 2 puts DeWeese into the number 2 spot. Brown shuffle back into third right now. Up front, it's a Greg Hodnett show as he brings her out of turn number 4 with some serious velocity around the ring. Has kept himself out of harm's way, but Lance DeWeese has been with him this entire time, and now Lance is starting to change up the game plan. Moving around on a racetrack, looking for a little traction for action. Try to run down the number 27 car in a battle for what will be the race lead. Lucas Wolf still running third. And DeWeese got down on the inside and said, "How you doing?" down in turn number 1 and 2. But she's far from over as we got 2 laps yet to go this time by. And Lance DeWeese down low on the racetrack, able to close on the 27 car. Eagle steel rod, top side of the racetrack. Here comes DeWeese looking for a slider. He's going to try it. No room. They almost come together. DeWeese gives him just enough to squeak on through. Greg Hodnett holds him off. knows that Lance Deweese has got something for him. He's got to protect this next time down into the corners. The white flag comes out. Final trip around the racetrack for Greg Hodnett. He's starting to pull on Lance Deweese. Deweese, the haymaker, may have been his Hail Mary attempt, as here comes Hodnett down on the inside. He'll clear the lap traffic. Got that cushion between himself and Lance Deweese, and Greg Hodnett is going to visit victory lane yet again in his career right here at Williams Grove Speedway. His name's up here on the VIP booth. It goes into the books again tonight. Checkered flag comes out for Greg Hodnett. Lance Deweese finished.
Greg Hodnett of Thomasville, Pennsylvania, the winner at Williams Grove. Lance Deweese would finish behind him in second. Lucas Wolf third. Brian Brown fourth. Freddie Raymer fifth. And Williams Grove Speedway has 3-point races left in their co-sanction with the World of Outlaws, as they will decide the track championship on Saturday night at the National Open. The next night, on Saturday the 23rd, 410 sprints in action in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania at Lincoln Speedway for the Dirt Classic.
The field tightening up, 24 cars strong, 40 laps of distance here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to drop the hammer. Oh, it's going to get crowded down at turn number 1 and 2. You know, Ray Fields, we got him 3 wide back in the field through the corner and down the back straightaway. Looking for room to roam right now. Lance Deweese down the inside, runs it deep into turn number 3 and slices his way into the number 5 spot. TJ Stutzel keeping companies. We're still 3 wide coming out of the 4 and down the front straightaway. Up front, it's the edge. Brian Monteith got the start on the front row, and he's going to try to lay one on him early. Your race leader, Monteith. We got one slow off the wall. Brian Monteith back on the gas again. Oh my, gave up the number 1 spot to Gerard right there as he ricocheted off the wall with the number 21 car. Now has got that baby wounded. 16 car slid on around. New race leader coming out. Turn number 4. We got a spinner caution flag coming out. Uh-oh. Look at Monteith's right rear. What's that all about? She's low. Hopefully it swells back up for him. He gets a little heat in it, but right now she is low. The green flag is set to fly. 14 laps remain. Green is out, and away we go. Trying not to spin her on the wheel. There it goes. Brian Monteith out. Knocked her right off the bead around the outside. Everybody passes on by the number 21 car. Monteith's going to try to hang on to have to dodge down the infield. An open red would have been glorious for him, and it's not to be tonight. Lance Deweese up front right now in the 69K car. Gerard McIntyre, the number 2 spot down low on the racetrack. Freddie Raymer hot on his heels down on the inside. Lucas Wolf to the outside. 4 from top to bottom. Put her where you want it. Danny Dietrich all the way up into the number 5 spot on a restart, the 48 car. Trying to protect that position. Dietrich around the outside of Raymer. Score him into number 3 spot, at least temporarily, looking for the crossover. Nope, takes her around the outside. Top shelf move for the number 48 car from 15th to 3rd for Danny Dietrich. Raymer will try to get the spot back away from him. Look out, that was close. Slider out across 8, touch tires out of turn number 4. Freddie Raymer gets shuffled off. That knocked off the left rear down on the number 51 car. He'll bleed off positions. Raymer's out of contention right now. 1.021 to split last time by. This time it's 0.7 of a second. 2 laps to go, and Dietrich's a-coming. He's a-coming. Does he have time to get her done? It'll be a white flag. This time out of turn number 4 for Lance Deweese up front, and Dietrich now within 0.4 of a second. He got 3 the last time. He needs 4 this time. Nope. Slip out of turn number 2. Up front, Lance Deweese going to pick up the Dirt Classic $20,000 payday right here at Lincoln Speedway.
Lance Deweese, the big winner out of Fayetteville, Pennsylvania, able to best Danny Dietrich. Lucas Wolf third. Gerald McIntyre Jr. fourth. James McFadden, the top 5. Lincoln Speedway will take this weekend off for the National Open, but they will close out the season for their final race of the year on October 7th. The Interstate Racing Association would have 2 nights of action get completed, as they would start things off at Beaver Dam Raceway in Wisconsin. Carson Macedo of Fresno, California, hot off of that victory at Ohsweken Speedway for the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals, able to best the field with the IRA for the 3rd time in 2017. Bill Baylog second, Jeremy Schultz third, Scotty Thiel fourth, Dusty Zomer the top 5. Sunday night would feature the series in action at Illinois' LaSalle Speedway, and that would be co-sanctioned with the Midwest Open Wheel Association. For the Interstate Racing Association, Ben Schmidt, Brooke Tatnell, front row, green flag in the air. Side by side, nearly 4 wide in some portions of the racetrack, is Ben Schmidt and Brooke Tatnell battle it out here on the opening lap. And Brooke Tatnell of Sans Souci, New South Wales, Australia, clears Ben Schmidt at the start-finish line. Joby Miller in the 51 working the inside of the 73 at Ben Schmidt for second. We've got action all over this place. Brooke Tatnell still leads as Brad Loyette and Scotty Thiel racing for position number 4. Brad Loyette trying to go for, looks like, 4th place here. This battle could go either way. He's dealing with Justin Henderson in the number 83. Great job between those two drivers, as Spencer Baston in the 39 starting to come in the mix as well. Still under green, Spencer Baston, Brad Loyette, slider from Baston. Loyette driving underneath Jim Mohan in the 1M car. And keep in mind that 55 of Brooke Tatnell, that is your race leader. We've got a multi-car battle for the race lead and some heavy lap traffic. Brooke Tatnell, Brad Loyette, Spencer Baston, 1, 2, 3 is the way they are scored as they come down the start-finish line. Some more lap traffic in front of your leader, Brooke Tatnell, as Brad Loyette sees a little bit of an opening, but the bottom of the racetrack is blocked. He can't negotiate some of these lap cars. Brooke Tatnell has a little bit of breathing room as Spencer Baston trying to make it underneath Brad Loyette. Loyette squeezes around the high side, around the lap car. And now only 1 lap machine between first and second. And Brooke Tatnell showing no signs of slowing down. Spencer Baston making it 3 wide in some lap traffic. Baston trying to get underneath Loyette. That is for position number 2. As Brooke Tatnell starts to cruise away, nearly getting collected with some lap traffic. As the lapper stays down on the bottom, it allows Brad Loyette to cut into Tatnell's lead. Tatnell really high exiting corner number 4. Brad Loyette really leaning on that right rear, right on the cushion. Brooke Tatnell trying to create some separation here. Loyette not letting him go anywhere. Brooke Tatnell would pick up the victory at the Bill Wadey Jr. Memorial at LaSalle. The Sans Souci, New South Wales, Australia native, winning for the 2nd time with the IRA Series, but the 1st time this year with the Midwest Open Wheel Association. Brad Loyette finishing 2nd, Spencer Baston was 3rd, Joby Miller 4th, Carson Macedo finishing 5th. As a look at the point standings, the IRA features Bill Baylog atop the point standings with a healthy lead over Scotty Thiel. Scott Neitzel is 3rd, Jeremy Schultz 4th, Kyle Martin 5th. The next race for the IRA will be this Saturday, September 30th at the Plymouth Dirt Track in Wisconsin. And then Friday, October 6th and Saturday the 7th will be a 2-night affair at Fairbury American Legion Speedway in Illinois. Brad Loyette, the current points leader with the Midwest Open Wheel Association. Jimmy Mohan is 2nd. Jacob Patton 3rd. A.J. Bruns and Logan Fasson 4th and 5th. Their schedule very similar to the IRA, except this Saturday they will be at St. Francois County Raceway in Farmington, Missouri for the Queens Royale. And they will be alongside the IRA at Fairbury American Legion Speedway on the 6th and 7th. Going from the Interstate Racing Association, we go to the American Sprint Car Series National Tour, along with the ASCS Warrior Region. 3 nights of action at Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri for the Daniel McMillan Jesse Hockett Memorial.
Green. Off into turns 1 and 2. Miles Paul is trying to protect the lead. Rolls the bottom side. Aaron Reitzel with a run and momentum to the back straightaway. He's going to have it. Aaron Reitzel with the race lead into turns 3 and 4. Miles Paul is battling to his inside now as they are 3 wide behind them for the 3rd spot. Aaron Reitzel's going to lead on lap number 1. It is Reitzel with Paulus in 2nd. Now Blake Hahn and Wayne Johnson dicing it up for that 3rd spot. Blake Hahn's going to throw the slide. He's going to have it 3 wide racing all throughout the top 10 right now. As keep your eye on the battle right now for that 3rd spot.
Sammy Swindell currently running in 5th. In 6th, the 9 junior, Derek Hagar. 7th is Sam Hafertepe Jr. 8th, Jason Martin. 9th is Jeff Swindell. Running at your top 10 right now with the 95 of Matt Covington. Battle for 3rd continues to be fantastic. Here comes Sammy Swindell. Sammy Swindell with a 2-for-1 deal through turns 3 and 4. Look out, Blake Hahn's gone around to the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Reitzel up to the cushion, runs away down the back straightaway as Swindell will continue his onslaught on the 2C here. It'll be Swindell on the bottom side. Wayne Johnson takes it across the racetrack, and Sammy Swindell's up in the 2nd. Aaron Reitzel has it. Sammy Swindell's trying to take it away as they work to the back stretch. It is the 87 so far by 3 car lengths as they work into turns 3 and 4. Now adjusting his line to the center to the entrance of 3. Brings it out to the cushion off of turn number 4. Swindell down to the bottom, and you've got a new leader. Sammy Swindell's going to take it away. He will work to the bottom at turn number 3, and he will kick off the Hawkett McMillan Memorial with the win. Sammy Swindell wins at Lucas Oil Speedway. Race fans, give him a hand. Slamming Sammy Swindell. Because if you're going to win at the Hawkett McMillan Memorial, you better do Hawkett-style donuts, and Sammy Swindell burns them down.
Sammy Swindell of Bartlett, Tennessee, able to best the field to pick up the victory in night 1. Aaron Reitzel 2nd, Wayne Johnson 3rd, Sam Hafertepe Jr. 4th, Jason Martin rounding up the top 5. As we switch over to night number 2.
Showtime at the Hawkett McMillan Memorial. Out comes the green for 25 laps here. It's going to be the 2C of Wayne Johnson jumping out with a race lead. Sam Hafertepe falls to 2nd. Blake Hahn running in 3rd. He'll have Scott Boguski to his back bumper now. Thomas Kennedy tries high with Tony Bruce Jr. down low. Blake Hahn to the 52 with Sam Hafertepe Jr. to his outside in 15. Sammy Swindell watching patiently in that 4th position. Tony Bruce Jr. continuing to run at your top 5. Boguski in 6th. Reitzel in 7th. Kennedy in 8th. Covington in 9th. Up into 10th is the 45X of Johnny Herrera. Using lap cars as picks now. We'll see who makes their way through. Swindell held up for a moment by Ned Powers in the 0, but still able to clear the 52 of Blake Hahn as everybody dives the bottom of turns 1 and 2. Hahn's going to fight back to the inside of Slam and Sammy Swindell. He's going to have it. Swindell makes quick work of him, and now here comes a battle for the race lead. Sammy Swindell down to the bottom side. Wayne Johnson up to the high side. Your battle is for the lead as we have 4 laps to go. Make it 3 to go this time as they work to the front straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4 this time. Look for the white flag. One more time around for Wayne Johnson. If Sammy Swindell wants it, he's going to have to come and get it. Look out, Wayne Johnson, your leader just went around. Wayne Johnson loops it around. Sammy Swindell races by as we stay green. Ladies and gentlemen, back-to-back slamming. Sammy Swindell wins at Lucas Oil Speedway.
Sammy Swindell able to do it again. Sam Hafertepe Jr. finishing runner-up. Blake Hahn 3rd. Tony Bruce Jr. 4th. Wayne Johnson completing the top 5 as the field would head into the 3rd and final night on Saturday, September 23rd.
It's showtime in the Show Me State off of turn number 4. We're green at the Hawkett McMillan Memorial. Off into turns 1 and 2 into the back straightaway. Sammy Swindell will hold the advantage. Sam Hafertepe Jr. right now running in 2nd. Wayne Johnson running in 3rd. Battle for 4th. Blake Hahn to the high side. Johnny Herrera down to the inside. Advantage to Herrera. Closing to the back bumper now. The battle for the race lead into turns 1 and 2. Swindell still on the bottom. Hafertepe letting her read on the high side as they work to the back straightaway. A car link separate the 2 drivers. Hafertepe thought about going to the bottom, instead shifts it up to the high side through turns 3 and 4. Still a big run this time. New leader Sam Hafertepe takes it away. Sam Hafertepe Jr. rails the high side to the race lead in the 15-8s and 3 of Sammy Swindell falls to 2nd. Blake Hahn holding on to 6 as Johnny Herrera tries to run away in 5th. Back up to your race leaders now in traffic, working around the 21 of Miles Paulus. As look out, we've got them stacked up in turns 1 and 2. There's your leader. Sam Hafertepe's going to make it through, and Swindell's going to spin to a stop. Wayne Johnson within 5 car lengths. 0.6 of a second is what separates those 2 drivers. As now Hafertepe tries to throw the slide on Thomas Kennedy to clear him. Not able to do so. Loses a lot of momentum. Wayne Johnson works the high side of turns 3 and 4. Hafertepe throws the slide to get to the 21K. This time he's got to run. Oh no! Contact between Kennedy and Wayne Johnson. Johnson. Johnson goes around. Matt Covington running second. Johnny Herrera in third. Sammy Swindell is up to fourth with a run to the back straightaway. He will set his sights on the 45X of Johnny Herrera, but not before Jason Martin has his day. As they'll go 3 wide for the third spot. Herrera over the cushion into the wall. He's going to keep it rolling, though, but he's going to lose a couple spots in the process. He will come around this time to the white flag. One more time around for the driver out of Sunnyvale, Texas. To the high side of turns 1 and 2. Oh, your leader just went through the cushion. He nearly backs it into the wall. Hafertepe with a great save, though, as they work into turn 3 and a turn number 4. Nearly a heartbreak moment for Sam Hafertepe, but he holds on to it and it banks 10 grand. Hafertepe, your winner.
After 2 straight nights of domination from Sammy Swindell, Sam Hafertepe Jr. was able to best the field in the third and final night of the Hockett-McMillan Memorial at Lucas Oil Speedway for his 14th win for the Sunnyvale, Texas native. Matt Covington second, Jason Martin third, Sammy Swindell fourth, and Jeff Swindell the top 5. Current points for the ASCS National Tour, Sam Hafertepe Jr. has the point lead. Aaron Reitzel is second. Wayne Johnson third. Matt Covington fourth. Johnny Herrera top 5. Fall Brawl will be this Saturday at I-80 Speedway in Greenwood, Nebraska, while the 6th and 7th of next weekend will be El Paso County Raceway in Calhoun, Colorado, and they'll take a little bit of time off. Friday, October 20th will be the first night at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite, Texas. Final point standings for the American Sprint Car Series Warrior Region. Jonathan Cornell, your 2017 champion. Miles Paulus second. Danny Thoman third. Tony Bruce Jr. fourth. Kyle Belm fifth. And going to the MSTS 360 Sprint Series, unfortunately, their event at Wagner Speedway in South Dakota was rained out. Ryan Bickett declared the champion over Jody Rosenboom, Dylan Peterson, John Lamberts, and Dusty Bollinger. They have rescheduled that race at Wagner for October 7th, and that is a non-point affair. The USCS Sprint Series was in action. It would be the National Series against the Southern Tour. First night at Carolina Speedway in Gastonia, North Carolina. Eric Riggins Jr. of Charlotte was the winner, his second victory of 2017. Robbie Stillwagon second, Lance Moss third, Terry Gray fourth, Scott Hunter the top 5 in the first night of the North versus South shootout. Night 2, they would travel to Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney, South Carolina for the second and final leg. Start of the first night of the North versus South shootout, and green flag in the air. Terry Gray working the bottom of the racetrack, side-by-side battle. Terry Gray, your early race leader here on this opening lap. The veteran out of the Memphis, Tennessee area taking charge here early. As Terry Gray negotiating some lap traffic, chasing him down, Eric Riggins Jr. Riggins Jr. is going to get collected with Bob Auld, and that'll bring out a caution. Here comes another restart. Lance Moss in the number 23 trying to give chase to your leader, Terry Gray. Terry Gray trying to hold him back. Terry Gray still leading, but Moss really mustering up a lot of speed. Here comes Lance Moss up on the high side of the racetrack. Gray, he's got the lap car on the bottom. He's going to have to give up on the lower part of the surface. Lance Moss building up some momentum up on the high side. Lance Moss, Terry Gray trying to make it side by side. Gray shuts the door up high. Gray back to the bottom. Lance Moss still, again, that momentum up top. Side by side of the start-finish line. Terry Gray able to edge him out. Lance Moss not giving up, though. This is the battle for the race lead here at Carolina Speedway. Terry Gray on the inside. Lance Moss up top as they still continue to do battle. And it is still Terry Gray, your race leader. Lance Moss is running out of time as that lap count starts to dwindle. It could go either way as Lance Moss up top, not giving up on his faith on the high side of the racetrack. Moss trying to go down on the inside of Gray, but Gray slams the door going into turn number 1. Lance Moss still up top, right rear towards the cushion. And Moss has got a really good run here, and he's cleared Terry Gray for the race lead as we've just got a couple laps to go. Lance Moss, Terry Gray. Gray going to try and get it back. He's led for so much of this race. He doesn't want to lose it here. Exiting turn number 4, your winner, Lance Moss of Cherryville, North Carolina. And Lance Moss, an incredible victory. The driver from Cherryville, North Carolina, his second triumph of the season. Terry Gray second, Robbie Stillwagon third, Terry Witherspoon fourth, Jake McLean the top 5. Current USCS national point standings, Jordan Mallett of Greenbrier, Arkansas is the point leader. Terry Gray second, Morgan Turpin third, Jeff Willingham fourth, Tony Agin is fifth. And their schedule looks like this. October 7th, they'll be in action at East Tobago, Alabama's Talladega Short Track. And then 2 nights at Riverside International Speedway in West Memphis, Arkansas on the 20th and 21st. Only one race remains for the USCS Southern region, and that is the Talladega Short Track. Their current point standings, Jordan Mallett is the point leader, Terry Gray second, Morgan Turpin third, Brian Thomas and Jeff Willingham fourth and fifth. Final race of 2017 for the Sprint Invaders Series would see them in action at 34 Raceway in West Burlington, Iowa. Hometown driver Josh Schneiderman able to pick up the victory. Jared Schneiderman finished in second, Paul Neinheiser third, Cody Whirl fourth, Ryan Jameson the top 5. In the final point standings, John Egan of Knoxville, Iowa able to edge out Jamie Ball for the points championship. Jared Schneiderman would finish third, Harold Porin fourth, Ryan Jameson the final top 5. A triple sanctioned race in New York, Outlaw Speedway in Dundee, hosting the Outlaw Fall Nationals. It would be sanctioned by the Empire Super Sprints, the Patriot Sprint Tour, and the URC Racing Club. Getting set for the start of the 2017 Outlaw Fall Nationals. Green flag in the air, and we've got Jonathan Preston out to the early race lead. He holds on to the high side, and still Jonathan Preston, your race leader. Good battle for second as Chuck Hebbing in the number 45 gets past and moves into the runner-up position currently right now. Jonathan Preston, your leader, setting a torrid pace about half a straightaway, separates first from second. Chuck Hebbing starting to put a little pressure on your race leader, Jonathan Preston, as some lap traffic is in the mix. Hebbing down on the inside. They're side by side exiting turn number 4. Good race out in front is Jonathan Preston. Holding back, Chuck Hebbing. Hebbing up on the high side. Hebbing trying to get the necessary run on Preston. And trouble in front of your leader. Caution coming out. Jonathan Preston, Chuck Hebbing, front row. Back to green flag action. Hebbing on the outside. This time it's Hebbing to the race lead. Jonathan Preston running in second. Hebbing setting a wild pace. Oh no, we've got trouble. Trouble as Paul Colagiovanni getting upside down. Steve Collins and Coleman Golick also wrapped up in that debacle. And we see another restart. Jonathan Preston and Chuck Hebbing racing for the lead. Preston on the bottom. Hebbing up top. Hebbing, your new race leader. Chuck Hebbing trying to drive off in the sunset here. Trying to create some separation. Hebbing, the defending race winner of the Outlaw Fall Nationals here in Dundee, New York, looking to make it 2 years in a row. Good race for second. Jonathan Preston trying to regain some lost territory. As Chuck Hebbing just cruising right along. Your race leader, Chuck Hebbing, having no issues whatsoever since overtaking Jonathan Preston for the lead. And oh no, trouble. Chuck Hebbing getting into a lap car, trying to hold in the lead, but caution coming out. Hebbing getting into Derek Giuliano, and we go back to green flag action. We'll see if Chuck Hebbing, if the equipment can hold up the rest of the distance. Chuck Hebbing reconstructing that sizable lead right from the get-go. Chuck Hebbing coming out of turn number 4, still your race leader, showing no signs of slowing down. As we've got trouble in turn number 2, a couple of the top running cars nearly getting collected in that one. Green flag back out. Good restart for Chuck Hebbing. Hebbing trying to finish the field off here at Outlaw Speedway. Chuck Hebbing has had no threats really whatsoever. Had a little bit of a minor incident in some lap traffic. That's really the only thing that has slowed him down. Is trouble. Scott Kruder is going to spin, tries to keep it going, nearly getting on his side. Restart coming out. Chuck Hebbing. The loud pedal goes down. Hebbing's been flawless on the high side of the racetrack. Hebbing looking for his 4th win with the Empire Super Sprints this season and his 2nd with the Patriot Sprint Tour. It would be his 1st win with the URC 360s in 2017 if he could pick up the checkers tonight. Just a few laps remaining in this one as Chuck Hebbing putting on a clinic here in Dundee. White flag out, one more trip around the speedway. This is the final circuit. White flag out. This is the final circuit as Ontario, New York driver Chuck Hebbing picks up the victory. Chuck Hebbing of Ontario, New York, the winner. It's his 4th win with the Empire Super Sprints, 2nd win of the season with the Patriot Sprint Tour, and his only win with the URC 360s. Joe Trenka 2nd, Jason Schultz finishing 3rd, Jonathan Preston 4th, Jordan Thomas the final top 5. They would head to the Kramer Williamson Memorial at Fonda Speedway the next night. And Danny Varon was victorious over Stuart Friesen, Bobby Varon, Mike Mahaney, Coleman Gulick, the top 5. And that is the 7th win of 2017 for Sharon Springs, New York's Danny Varon. Empire Super Sprint point standings. Brewerton, New York's Jason Barney, your current point leader. Matt Tanner, 2nd in the standings. Paul Kinney, 3rd. Paulie Colagiovanni, Matt Billings, 4th and 5th. And the next race for the series will be Tuesday, October 3rd, Utica Rome Speedway, and that race will kick off the Super Dirt Week. October 14th, Brockville, Ontario Speedway in Elizabethtown up in Canada, and then the 21st, Outlaw Speedway in Dundee. final race of the season was Saturday night at Fonda for the Patriot Sprint Tour. Jared Zimbardi of Bradford, Pennsylvania, winning his 5th career PST championship, which is the most in series history. Steve Collins second in the standings, Kyle Drum, Jordan Thomas, Derek Jonathan, the rest of the final top 5. As the URC Racing Club, Kurt Michael with the current points lead from Ocean View, Delaware, Chris Coyle, Davey Franick, Robbie Stillwagon, Josh Weller, the top 5. Something to note, the URC was not a part of the race of the Kramer Williamson Memorial on Saturday. They have a handful of races left. October 21st, Port Royal Speedway in Pennsylvania, and then a couple of shows November 3rd and 4th at Bridgeport Speedway in New Jersey. Switching over from the Northeast, we go to the Northwest as the Summer Thunder Sprint Series in action for 2 nights at Central Washington State Fair Raceway in Yakima, Washington. Roger Crockett of Medford, Oregon was able to best the Summer Thunder Series for the 3rd time in 2017. Chase Getz 2nd, Jared Peterson 3rd, Steve Vague 4th, Eric Fisher the top 5. The final night, Logan Forler of Boise, Idaho, managed to get the job done. Henry Van Dam would finish runner-up, Roger Crockett 3rd, Colton Heath 4th, and Reese Getz 5th. In the final point standings, Jason Sowald winning his 3rd consecutive championship. Jason Sowald of Burlington, Washington. Colton Heath 2nd, Chase Getz 3rd, Robbie Price 4th, Reese Getz the top 5 for the Summer Thunder Sprints. As down in California, Placerville Speedway hosted 2 nights for the NorCal Posse Shootout at the quarter mile.
Eliason gets the jumps. He slides up across the nose of Steven Tyner down the back straightaway. Eliason goes upstairs. Tyner's going to dip down low. Off at turn number 4, Corey Eliason will lead lap number 1. Eliason's going to lead the opening lap. Steven Tyner. Here comes Dominic Selzy. He battles with Sean Becker. Corey Eliason's going to click off lap number 2. 2 down, 28 to go. As we got 2 together, it's Michael Ing and Caleb Henry. Here we go. Eliason goes top shelf. Tyner falls it. Here comes Cole Macedo. Under attack, Macedo challenges Tyner for the 2nd spot. Tyner pulls away. Macedo gets real sideways. Off at turn 4, race for the 4th spot between DJ Neto and Willie Croft. Give it to Neto off at turn number 2. Pass the 56 of Ryan Bernal. Lap car jumps the cushion right in front of Eliason. Eliason has to change his line. 10 down, 20 go. Eliason bangs the cushion in turn number 1. Still trying to put Bernal out down. Bernal will retire the Mike Phillips 56 into the infield. Corey Eliason goes to the top. Tyner bangs the cushion big time. Eliason leads down the back straightaway. Cole Macedo looks to the inside of Steven Tyner. Off at turn number 4, move Cole Macedo to the runner-up spot in the line. Tyner back upstairs, gonna bang the cushion. Turns 1 and 2. Gets a run. Macedo takes line. Tyner gonna power around the outside. Eliason starts to pull away. Macedo sideways off at turn 4. Gives a spot to the 94. Eliason starts to pull away. The Raw Tyner Racing 83. And Tony Gowalda around the outside of DJ Neto. Move the Hollister driver up to the 4th spot. Tyner jumps the cushion in turn number 2. Loses the 2nd spot to Macedo. Here comes Gowalda. Here comes Selzy with a super slider. 28 down, 2 laps to go. Gowalda looked to the inside of Tyner. Nothing there. Cole Macedo starts the real man. Selzy's going to throw another dive on a 3. Gowalda's off the edge of the track in car number 17. Good restart by the 94. Steven Tyner, Dominic Selzy bumping through. Selzy going to muscle his way through. Here comes the 94. Tyner with a great restart as he tries to track down his uncle's 83 SA with white flag 1 to go. Selzy going to dive bomb into turns 1 and 2. Nothing there. As Tony Gowalda's on the front straightaway. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Good restart by Tyner. Eliason going to dive down. Tyner going to go to the inside of car number 94. Off of turn number 2. Side by side down the back straightaway. through turns 3 and 4. Eliason upstairs, Tyner on the bottom off of turn number 4. White flag, 1 to go. Eliason leads down the back straight with a good run down to turns 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, 2 in a row. Corey Eliason here in Placerville. Steven Tyner second, DJ Neto, and Dominic Selzy.
Corey Eliason of Selma, California, getting the job done on night number 1. Steven Tyner second. Dominic Selzy finishing third. Willie Croft, DJ Neto, the rest of the top 5. Night number 2, Eliason doubling up as he would sweep the weekend. Dominic Selzy improving to a second place finish. Sean Becker third. DJ Neto and Greg DeCaras, the rest of the top 5. Finally, Ocean Speedway, Watsonville, California in action on Friday, September 22nd. Brad Furr of Stockton, California these days would win his first race of the season. Jeff Ensign second, Scott Parker third, Dustin Golubic fourth. Colby Johnson was the 5th place finisher at Ocean. They have 1 race remaining, and that is Friday, October 13th. Jeff Ensign is the current point leader. Brad Furr second in the standings. Jeremy Chisholm, Jason Chisholm, Justin Sanders. That's the current top. Thank you once again on behalf of everyone here at Sprint Car News today for tuning in on this week's episode. We'll be back next week with more racing action from across the country. In the meantime, everybody have a great week. And once again, thank you to all the video contributors as well as the folks sending in the photos to us. In the meantime, we'll see you at the races.